win from a breakaway, you need a combination of strategy, guile and strength. On stage 8 of last year's Giro D'Italia, breakaway specialist Thomas Gendt and his team Lotto Soudal showed they had all three.
I think when we looked at the strategy, we looked at the course, we knew it was going to be suitable for a rider like Thomas. And obviously the objective was to try and get in the breakaway, to take advantage and go on to win the stage.
We got in a break with 4 guys, and with the guys like Girmay and Van der Poel, you have more chance of losing than winning. So we had to play it smart. I tried to guide the young guys a little bit. In a big group, it's never easy. It's so many guys that you need to look out for. So I said, don't sit together with 3 guys behind each other, because when somebody attacks and you're all 3 at the back, you're already lost actually. So I tried to guide them, said, sit separate, leave 7 guys in between, and those are the guys to watch. If they go, always follow. But don't close gaps yourself, and once we get in a smaller break, then we can look further what we have to do. Where Mathieu attacked first, it was a steep climb. We did it the lap before, and I already said this is a good spot for him to attack. But I expected him to do this in the final lap and not 2 laps to go. When he attacks, you have to go also all out and try to close the gap. And most of the group came back together, and that was the point where everybody was like a bit suffering. That was a moment to attack, and that was perfect for us.
So nearly all of the break back together. Thomas Gendt driving it, and just because he's doing all of the work doesn't mean he's not riding for himself.
He said, I'm strong today. And everybody was expecting that, because Harm van Hoek was the climber on the stage, you know, that we would be riding potentially for him.
So many times towards the end of a stage, you think, surely he's going to blow up, surely he's got no more left in the legs, and he just keeps on going. He's just a massive diesel engine.
I could already feel like behind corners, after corners, if you have to do like a 600, 700 watts acceleration to get to the wheel. I could feel that the others, like always, were a little bit slower, so I knew if I did the numbers that I had to do in the sprint, then there was no chance of beating me that day. When
it came down to that 4 or 5 rider group, it was clear that Thomas was on a good day.
Thomas and 3 others, including teammate Harm van Hoek, were in the leading group, but just behind them was the formidable duo of Mathieu van der Poel and Biniam Girmay. And with just a few kilometers to go, the gap was closing rapidly.
I said, if you do the work for me, I'm sure I'm the fastest in the sprint.
And even I think when we got to 2K to go, even 1K to go, I still didn't believe, but I would never say that, you know, to my riders. I think Thomas believed, for sure. We did like a small roundabout, and I looked back and I thought they would be there, but they were already like behind us. And I said in the radio, go full, 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 all you got, go full. Thomas clearly knew where he needed to, you know, push on, and where he needed to use Harm van Hoek's strengths, and that's full credit to those 2 boys.
To Gendt at the front, to Gendt going, to Gendt in the red is still there. Here comes Arcas behind, but Thomas Gendt stays at the front. Thomas Gendt sees the line. Thomas D'Italia. To Gendt bookends a dream decade of breakaway racing. It was just poetry in motion, just to watch the king of the breakaway take another superb victory. That was my final year at that moment, and I was also thinking about stopping at the end of last year. I had a lot of bad feelings in previous races, but then suddenly that day everything came back together, and I could win. So I was, to say the least, I was very pleased with the win.